page 118 in your textbook, exercise 18.7. I'm not going to work them all out, but I am going to give you a few tips. So let's go. What's the total mass of these three numbers? If you're trying to plus mass amounts, you do not want them to be in different formats as they are there. So take those formats and turn them into the same thing. And if you are like me and you want to avoid decimals, then you're going to rather say, okay, that is 2,300. That is 500. And that one is 3,450, and you're going to add them that way. You can put them underneath each other and do column addition there. Okay, your answer is then in grams, and you can still turn it back into kilograms if you like, but they don't say that you have to. What mass is 500 gram less than? Less than means minus, but again, I've got this decimal number. So turn that into grams again and go with 4,320 grams, and then you can subtract the 500 grams from there, again using column method. Number 3, how much lighter is this than that number? Again, first you turn that into 1,100 grams and then subtract the 345. Okay. Right, so all those answers you will then have in grams. You could go and take them all to decimals, but again, that's up to you. Right, if we look at the masses here at number 4, the heaviest
mass allowed on a ride is 55.
Diana is 28.1 kilograms, and Dave is 27,000 grams. Can they go together? So you now need to plus those two, but again, don't try and plus them before you've actually taken them and converted. You need to choose. In this case, let me show you what it would look like in decimals. It's not difficult because it's going to look like this. And I'm going to put a comma 0 just to make sure I don't forget that there is a decimal. And then I'm going to add them under, to each other like that. And my answer's decimal will be there. Okay. Number 5. The average mass of one peach is 175. What's the mass of 9 of them? Give your answer in kilograms. So here you just want to times that by 9. And again, go use your column. Let me show you. Remember to use your column method there, your long multiplication. Okay. Once you've got that, remember your answer is now in grams. And to take grams to kilograms, you need to divide by 1,000, and then you've converted it back to kilograms. Okay. If 57 peaches cost 19 Rand, what's the cost of one peach? Now here you must be very careful. I want to warn you about that one. If you look at B, that was A. Okay. If you look at B, you're actually going to take 19 Rand and divide it by 57. Now you're going to tell me, but that doesn't work because the second one is larger. But all you have to do is you have to not talk about rands, but rather turn this 19 Rand into cents. So there's 100 cents in a rand, so I'm just going to add 2 zeros. So it is, in other words, 1,900 cents. Right? Now go do a long division sum where you check what 57 goes into 1,900 how many times. Okay, that's how you're going to then find the cost of one peach. Just remember, cents only goes up to 2 decimal places, so if you get a remainder, you may just write your remainder as an answer. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, let's look at number 6. That was 5. Let's go for a different color. 6A. The mass of 8 apples is 1,200 grams. What's the average mass of one apple? So you're going to take 1,200 and divide it by 8. I can tell you now, I'll give you a sneak answer. That's 150. So that's 150 grams for one apple. Okay. And the reason I'm giving you this one is because you're going to need it later on. So it's important that you have it right. B, a 5 kilogram bag of apples costs 65 Rand. And I'm going to do a table for this one. what's the cost of 500 grams? Now guys, 500 grams is half a kilogram, and I prefer to think of it that way because from 5 kilograms being that price, I can easily tell what 1 kilogram is because that's a divide by 5. So I'm going to divide it by 5. Okay, so that gives me 13 rand for 1 kilogram. And so to work out half a kilogram, I just need to half that, right? So that's then 7 rand and 50 cents. You see, I'm giving way too many answers. See, approximately how many apples will have a mass of 1 kilogram? Now remember, I said you'll need this later. If one apple is 150 gram, my question is how many 150s will make 1,000 grams? Let's see. So 1,000 grams is 1 kilogram. I need to divide that by 150 to see how many apples, and again they're saying approximately, so I'm seeing that it won't go in exactly, but you'll find how many apples will make up a 1 kilogram. Okay. Now at 7, you're going to need your answers from 5 and 6. So that's why I helped you with them, so that you don't have incorrect answers there. Because now you need to know these things. You need to know what one apple's mass and price and the mass and price of these fruit. A shopkeeper stocks this many peaches, and they don't give me an amount of apples, but 120, look carefully, 5 kg bags. So it's 120 and each bag is a 5 kg. What's the total mass of the fruits? So we'll need to look back at what was the mass of one peach, and it's given the average mass of one peach is 175. So I know at 7a I'm going to take the 175 grams and I'm going to times it by 1980. I need to do that to find the mass of the peaches. Peach mass. I need to say peach mass. There we go. And then I also need to do 120 bags, but each bag is 5 kilograms, so I'm going to have to say 120 times 5, and this answer is in grams, but this one is in kilograms. Okay, and then I need to put these two together. Does that make sense? I need to plus those two to get a total, because they're asking for the total mass. Then it says, what income will she get if she sells all the fruit? You've got your bits and pieces of information that you need, because you know a 5 kilogram bag of apples costs 65 rand. It was said there. And she's got 120 of them. So for the profit she's going to make on apples is going to be 120 bags, and each bag will get her 65 rand. The profit she'll make on peaches, if we look at the peaches, what income will she get? She's got 1980 peaches, and we've worked out the price of one peach. Now I haven't worked it out yet, so I'm going to leave it up to you, but you're going to take the price of one peach and you're going to times it by 1980. You 1980 times the peach price. Okay. Right, so just for the next sums, I'm going to not say much. All I want to remind you is that if you're going to compare or add or subtract quantities, make sure they're in the same unit. Only work with grams if possible. If grams become too big numbers, then you can rather put them all in kilograms. And maybe just last one here at 9. In a 5 kilogram bag, you want to divide it into 400 gram scoops and see how long it will last. So what you're going to do is 5 kilograms divided by 400 grams. But again, that doesn't look lekker. It doesn't work that well. So I'm going to say 5 kilograms is 5,000 grams. And if I divide that by 400, it will work out. Okay. Let's quickly look at a fast way of working it out. If I take a divide sum and I see that there's zeros on both sides, I can say, wait, hang on, I'm not going to need those. I can go work out 50 divided by 4. Much easier, hey? Okay.